Welcome to South Arkansas. I thought I would show you around today, even though I'm a little embarrassed. The rain down here in South Arkansas has really been pretty bad lately. In the last probably 2 years of summertime, we've had a lot of rain, and that has a tendency to make things look all bad. But there's our pecan tree. I've spent a lot of time in prayer for that little pecan tree. It's my favorite tree on the property. We had 4 pecan trees, but straight line winds took one out. And there's our fig tree. And my husband said that we probably planted it in the wrong place, and he's cut that bush back to help it this year, and we may not have a good variety for down here. The cedar logs there, my husband used one of them to make a TV stand. I'll have to show it to you. It's beautiful. But this is the old chicken coop that once we were no longer had chickens, I turned it into a potting shed. And the last 3 years, though I've done nothing, I took a job away from my home. I did work in my home. And once I was out, I didn't have as much time to devote to the things around here. I spent time learning my job and recuperating from some health issues I'd had. And I am so pleased that I feel better and I feel more able to get outside and do things. And so, and this year, I'm also decided that I'm going to begin the things I've collected over the years. I'm going to begin using them. I had just been in a situation where I just didn't have time for anything. So now I'm trying to rectify that, and part of that is going to be going through and repairing things. And I am going through this program called Naturally Slim, and one of the ladies asked me, said, well, one of the coaches asked me, what did you do before you overate? What was your lifestyle? What did you do that brought you pleasure in eating? And so your eating habits. So as I was reviewing all of that, it occurred to me that there was a time that I really was happy. And so, anytime you get in a job for 20 years, you're going to have some burnout, which I suffered through. But the problem was just didn't find joy in anything. So as I reflected on what she said, I decided to turn this year into a year of rebuilding my joy, rebuilding our property the way that it should be maintained. And I'm so thankful to God that I now have the energy to do so and the health to hold out and work out and be out in the heat. So I'm full of gratefulness for that. And so this year I'm going to be revisiting all the old books that I purchased, the dishes that I've purchased, and I'm going to go through, and those things that no longer bring me joy, I'm going to try to sell or give away. So welcome to my life, and hopefully we'll become good friends as I go about this next year of revitalization here in South Arkansas.
My snowball bush that I wish I'd have planted somewhere else. This was, you can see the woods there. That was the wood from the deck that we had that stepped down and went all the way to the tree. You can see the demarcation line there. And this is all the stuff we've got to paint this year. And I want to make a bed here. And I'm not looking under there. I don't know why the door's open. It should be shut. better ask him before okay. Got my work cut out for me. I've got to bleach all of that. And this is our basement that gets flooded this time of the year, which we don't really use for anything except storage. Right up heaven hell where my family throws crap. And that door is right there. Yeah, we gotta get that done too. And my old beat up bicycle that I'm gonna use to decorate the garden with this year. This is gotta repaint. These have to be dealt with again this year. We had sewage problems, and that's been repaired by that big white pipe there. All of that's got to be redone. I'm excited. I feel better. I feel like I can do some of this now. And then this here is my first chore. Started on it again in May last year, but it rained so hard that I wasn't able to. So, and that's my first decision. When the weather is where I can, I'm turning this into a flower garden, of course. And there is all of the bulbs that are sprouting up. And then here is several years of neglect. I'm ashamed and embarrassed, but things happen. This hydrangea was over there, I think, corner of that building, the house, but it would not bloom, and it was wilted by the end of the day, and it was awful. So I finally talked him into helping me move it because it was too big for me to do myself. And there is, you can see right there, I hope you can see it, another hydrangea that I'm going to move closer to the building to protect it from the sun. And then that is a tropical hibiscus. There were roses in here, but they've been long gone. There is one there that I think I need to move in February to a better place. So I may move it over here. And I'm also trying to root. Guess they got where they were going. Huh. Anyway, I've got to root. I'm trying to root this hydrangea, and you see the pretty heads. Next year, I'm going to dry them and take them inside, or however you do that. And this little girl, I got to strip her weeds off. This is one of my favorite movies, In the Garden of Good and Evil, and I need to repaint her. I want to paint her like a verdigris, green and copper. And again, here we go. These darn little things just pop up anywhere. And these I'm going to move. This afternoon I'm making a plan of what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it, so that I can look at a plan and it'll make me 3, 2, 1 my butt out of the bed. And then this is my gardenia bush that a friend of mine planted and gave to me right after we moved here. I was doing a story on her. She had just bukus and bukus of daylilies, and I did a story and she gave me the bush. And there's an old holly bush there, and these are stairs that took you into the porch of the original structure. the very, very, very original beginning of this home. And this little alcove, I've tried to have a secret garden in here. I've tried, this doesn't seem to work. So I think we're going to keep it just mowed and trimmed down. But I'd love to have a crucifix to hang there so I can see it from the dining table. Because I do a lot of my studies. In that room right there is where Mom's dining table is, and that's where I do a lot of studies and things at that table. And I would like to be able to look out on that, but there's all my bleach jobs I got to do again. And we do this every spring like everybody else. There's some monkey grass that I'd like to transplant. I wish that would just take over that big old flower bed. We've tried lantana, and lantana just overgrows. These, I'm going to paint these a very light gray, or a light gray, I don't know the. And then here's my crosses, the 3 crosses. And I'm going to paint that, anyway, I'm going to paint those doors a gray, and I may change the shutters to gray. They were a terracotta to match the brick. But I really don't like them. I mean, I'm like, I guess, what's the phrase, over the terracotta. And then here's the, my dear husband, he gave us a pretty good haircut. Yeah, he gave me a real good haircut. Alright, and then along in here, we just keep it mowed down because we're not over here very often. And it's easier for him to keep it mowed, but I tried to put daffodils, I tried to plant hydrangeas, and it's too hot here for the hydrangeas, and my kids ran over the hydrangeas anyway. And this he cut way back to keep it from rubbing on the house, which we've got to do it again. And it's an example of, oh, we like that, we left it, and we shouldn't have. When the weather warms up and we can get these boards moved, we're going to make some raised beds out of this lumber, and my hope is to put a stairway in where those chairs are sitting to come down, and then I would like to fence this in just for a privacy area. And there's our old shabby chic building. We just kind of leave it alone, which I think we're more in the mood of refreshing and enjoying stuff, so I think we'll probably paint that. It won't be till later on when I get the front done. There goes the hubby. He got him a boat. Got us a boat. I'm not mad at him anymore. I was like mad at him for 15 years because he sold our boat. But I'm not mad at him anymore. Oh, there's need to split them. We have daylilies and irises that come up in here, and oh gosh, cannas. I think I'm gonna dig a lot of this in this bed too after I finish the front. You can see where I had the flower bed. I mean the flower border. So I don't know if, so let's go see what he's doing. This is an old boat he's gonna put for sale, but he wouldn't let me get in it. He was afraid he would tump me out. What you doing? I'm videoing. What are you doing? You know what? I've been over and I heard it cut its stuff off, and I didn't realize that that's where it was. Which, huh? I was going down the back streets and I never saw it, so I didn't realize it was there. And this, you can see here, I had decorated along here several years ago, and this here is the lid off of something. I can't remember what, but I want to make it a lid on a flower bed. And he's got this all straightened back out. We have brick there I'll use. And then we have these shower glass things that we were going to use for flower beds as well. So I've got some brick to help with some flower beds. And then I'm not sure how this stuff gets here, but I mean, what the hell's the mailbox doing there? Anyway, I gotta get to this. And this is a building that people come and have their pictures made in front of, or used to. I don't think they do anymore with all that mess standing in front of it. And there's dogs. It's the dog pen. It used to be cows and goats and pigs, and we're playing with that as to what we'll do. I personally would love to have a couple of little goats, but don't think the dogs would go for that. And then here's his deer and game cleaning, and he just put stuff like that. I didn't want it, so he just put it where I couldn't see it. He didn't really put it up anyway. Man. Are you in that building? I'm coming in. I was scared to come in. What'd you say? Well, I was scared to come in because when I walked up here, I heard this horrible noise. Oh, your lights are not working?
No, that's what I was just looking at. They were the other night.
Maybe the bulb is out. No, this one's on. Yeah, the bulb's on here, so it must be that bulb.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I know, especially when it gets cold.
Alright,
Where's my little trunk? I want to get, it's not little, but I do want to get that up and get it in the, I want to get it out before it rots and get it up in the attic.
It's in here dry. It ain't all right.
Yeah, but we don't know if there's leaks or anything. Where is it?
No, right there.
Oh, okay, so we can get to that fairly easy then.
Uh-huh.
And I want to get to it before it's completely dry rotted and get it back in the house, upstairs, at least. Yeah, we could put your wood stove in here and start plants in here. It'd be warm. Or is that a no?
I've never told you no.
Say that again.
I said I've never told you no.
I think I'm going to end this video right there on his words. Next week, I'm going to take you to see a farm. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.